Ali.
Right here with CageZilla 51. 18-year-old Mo came out and won a tough decision. Trains at a Trident MMA, and boy, is he fun to watch. He's got all the skills he needs. He's a pretty good counterpuncher. We saw him do some good counterpunching against Cody Matthews. He went to nationals in high school as a wrestler. He is just a combat athlete, and I cannot wait to see him go tonight.
If you want to learn more, go to GoSports.com and watch. There's actually a short documentary about him.
I do want to learn more
about
Mo.
It was excellent. I mean, you learn a lot about the guy, and I couldn't get enough just because of how good he is. And listen, he's 18 years old.
18 years old. As if you needed another reason to go to GoSports.com, because all these fights have been a reason unto themselves. Here he comes!
A lot of great content on there, and he's up there.
And his opponent, making his way to the cage and fighting out of the blue corner, it's Ryan Patterson.
Ryan Patterson used to train at the lab, now he trains at Aikido. A great real naked choke win at CageZilla 50. But the guys, I asked his training partners, I said, tell me about it, what's he like at the gym? And the first word was scary. They said, you can't leave anything hanging. If you leave out a limb, he's going to snatch it and take it home with him. 5 years in the game, he's 4-0, 5'10", 145. He's an engineer with a security clearance. He works at a firm. He said, please don't tell the name. But he's also a combat athlete. He was an athlete. He played soccer and football and he's a personal trainer. Really neat guy. And man, a great test for Mo Ali here at CageZilla 52.
Yeah, we've watched Ryan Patterson fight quite a few times, and each time he's improved greatly. And this is an interesting fight because Mo has had an exhibition fight prior to the age of 18. So he does have a little bit more experience than shows in his official record. But a guy like Ryan Patterson, who's so methodical and so dangerous on the ground, and has that height and reach advantage, it's going to make you question a little bit to see how Muhammad Ali can deal with that height and reach, implement his own striking while avoid getting taken to the ground.
Also, two great gyms, Trident MMA and Aikido. I mean, this is a team sport, and when you're on a good team, it makes everything better. Here comes Patterson now.
Ladies and gentlemen, this next bout will be our first title bout of the evening. This bout is scheduled for 3 5-minute rounds, and it is for the CageZilla Featherweight Title. This bout is brought to you by Sands Screen Printing, turning ink into art. Starting out, fighting out of the red corner, standing 5'9" and weighing in at 145 pounds, fighting out of Trident MMA with a record of 3 wins and only 1 defeat. It's Mohammad Ali! And his opponent, fighting out of the blue corner, standing 5'10" and weighing in at 145 pounds, fighting out of Aikido with a perfect 4-0 record, it's Ryan Patterson!
Patterson was a member of Virginia's first ever amateur fight team, the Virginia Destroyers.
This bout is scheduled for 3 5-minute rounds, and it is for the CageZilla Featherweight Title. Your referee is Michael Dolman.
He won a bout against a fighter out of American Top Team, Juan Rodriguez, and he helped propel the Destroyers to an upset win over the Florida Force. That was back in August. Neither one of these guys, this is 5-minute rounds, championship length rounds, neither one of these guys is going to gas.
Well, it's so hard not to.
That was a beautiful lead leg kick, and Mo wants more.
Good jab, though. I like how he keeps his shell up, his guard up. He's very loose. He's very elusive, and he strikes. And he's hard to read. He's hard to get his timing. Ali is.
Mo Ali is a showman.
And that works to his strength. Good leg kick there. That was heavy. Another good leg kick.
Another good leg kick.
And see, right there, you got to be careful because what Ryan did was as he came forward, he got heavy and he kind of stomped on that front leg. And if Ali times that right, he can land a very, very vicious leg kick.
Beautiful inside leg kick.
Good throw by
Here
Ali.
comes Patterson.
But Ali knows he doesn't want to go down there. But,
Yes,
but good
he
throw.
does.
That was good defense. That was really good defense.
Patterson tried to time that left hook, and he's getting close.
Ali is smooth, though. I mean, he's
So
doing a great job here. I mean, he's really improved quite a bit.
That was a fast kick.
Big leg kick. That hurt him there. That's what I was talking about.
Yep.
As Ryan
Being
came
heavy.
forward, he landed and got heavy on that front foot.
Beautiful timing out of Ali on those.
Now Ryan's trying to make it ugly. He wants to get this fight to the ground. Good takedown.
Ali obliges.
But immediately, Ryan works to full guard. He was thinking about going to mission control, but he's got to be careful here. Ali's got a very, very high guard. Excuse me, Ryan Patterson's a very high guard here, looking for an armbar. And there it is. It's tight. It's tight. He's got to step over. That's good defense. He needs to get that elbow out right here. He's got to explode. Now he's got to stand up, though. He's got to create space. He uses that knee to push off, and now Ryan is going for a leg lock before Ali drops for one of his own. You don't want to end up here. This is a tough 50-50 position, and this is advantageous to Ryan Patterson. This is tight here. This is tight on the knee. Ali making faces, however, as he opens those arms up.
He's an entertaining guy.
Now, if he can come here and get heavy, he could think about throwing some hammer fists. Patterson's doing a great job of shifting his hips back and forth to prevent Ali from getting his base. Excuse me.
Patterson not giving up that limb yet.
Muhammad Ali better be careful grabbing the cage
in
like that. He's been warned 2 or 3 times now.
He's in a tough spot. Yeah, you're absolutely right, Chris. And he's in a tough spot right here because he needs to create space, but he doesn't want to get his back taken. Now, those are right to the back of the head. Can't throw those, as Michael Dolman is on it, like always.
Where does Patterson go from here?
Well,
Charles?
they're actually stuck because Ali's weight is there, so he had to wait. Unfortunately, I was going to say he had to wait until Ali moves, but now Ali was almost out. His knee was past those hips. You have to create that space. If you leave your hip in there, you're in trouble. However, this is not a spot that Patterson wants to be in. Excellent sweep. Only because when you allow somebody to stand up.
Oh, what a move by Ali.
Charles is a fortune teller there. He saw that one coming.
I couldn't quite get it out,
Thomas.
though, as I said it.
Or Nostra de Gisco, I don't know, something like that.
As Ali was passing, I couldn't quite get it out. But you got to be careful when you commit to that ankle lock or any sort of lower body submission below the knee. You have to create a little bit more space, right? Because as soon as they stand up, they're good to go. They're going to either escape, in which case you need the space because you need to stand up, or pull them tight and keep them tight. When you end up in that middle ground, like you saw, you open yourself up for either a pass or a very hard shot. Though that's the second time he hit that sweep. But Ali is able to just get to his feet and get that takedown.
Does Ali want to, Patterson's an accomplished ground fighter. Does Ali want to keep putting himself in this position?
No.
So far so good.
So far so good, but no, he doesn't, because I think he's using a lot of energy to out-grapple Patterson, and he's putting himself in dangerous positions. As he fought off 3 or 4 submission attempts, and even though he was out wrestling and he ended up passing, there was a couple submissions that were very, very tight. If I'm his corner, I'm saying get out of there, stand up, get loose. There's 10 more minutes of fighting here. You still have 2 more 5-minute rounds. You got to let those hands go, and you got to be a little bit more efficient with your energy.
Can the longer round time work to Patterson's advantage?
Absolutely.
Give him more time to work down there, be more patient?
That's a great point, Jay. Absolutely. I mean, that's exactly what Patterson wants. He could take his time. He could slow the setups. He can use his control, catching his own breath while using whatever methodology he wants. I mean, that armbar setup he had was so close. And now let's see how Ali. Slight time discrepancy there.
Heck of a first round, though.
Excellent first round. I mean, that's a championship first round. There's those leg kicks.
That leg kick. Really slick and smooth from Ali.
And Ali did a really good job with his counter wrestling there as well. I mean, That's significant. Ooh,
Another one
was
of
a
that
very tough
kick.
spot.
I mean, Patterson made the most of it, but boy, that one hit hard.
And right here, this is that very tight armbar that almost, I mean, this is so deep. I don't know how Ali gets out of it. I mean, as he rolls through, that right there was that created the space. If Patterson was just able to control that thumb, keep that arm control facing north, he would have finished that right there.
Round 2 coming up. CageZilla 52. Michael and Sons Sportsplex at Dallas in beautiful Sterling, Virginia. And live worldwide on GoSports.com.
You know, Ryan had a lot of very, very close submission attempts there. Ali had some excellent striking, some excellent wrestling. That's a tough first round to call. A very tough first round to call.
Yeah, you really, I mean, it depends on the
Well-timed
on the
leg kick.
judge and how much the judge cares about a submission attempt.
Yeah, I value them. You know, I think that was close to 2 times. Patterson was very, very close to finishing the fight, but then these leg kicks are adding up. What happened there for the listeners was Patterson went for the high kick, and all of his weight was on that back leg, and Ali
just took it away.
Chopped that tree right down.
It.
Right down. Good counter left hook from Ali. Excellent pressure, though, from Patterson. Good trip.
Patterson got a good trip and had that guillotine before he even started heading down. Not tight enough.
Ali must have felt something. I don't think he would have gone for that takedown otherwise. But right here, so he got the takedown. He's established some control. I don't know how long you want to hang out here, right?
Yes.
With a guy as dangerous as Patterson, you might want to get back up to your feet and think a little bit more about creating space and working your strike. Because he's got an advantage there. Just like Patterson, I believe, has an advantage here.
And I've been wondering about the game plan here, Charles. Why do you keep shooting for a takedown if you're Muhammad Ali?
To his credit, I think he does feel that he has an advantage in the wrestling. I mean, he was a high school wrestler. He's landed quite a few takedowns, and those do count as points.
But his striking,
Nationals is a high school wrestler, so yeah, accomplished high school.
Accomplished high school wrestler.
but his striking looked great.
Excellent.
So
Excellent.
And he was getting the better of the striking, I thought.
He was. And like right here, we just saw an excellent attempt from Patterson. He was looking for what first was an omoplata and then transitioned to a big up kick landed there. That one hurt Ali. Look for, you can see the look in Patterson's eyes. He wants to get him back here. Ali's looking to look, he's not quite loading up, but he's looking to land something big of his own. Big takedown.
Beautiful.
Wow.
And now he's in side control. This is a different game now because if he can stay tight and hold this position, there's not a whole lot of submission attempts that Patterson could go for.
He's got that right
arm
arm
trapped.
locked up. Oh, and Ali able to pop out.
Good knee pass as well. Ryan's looking for a reverse. Yeah, he's going to transition to an armbar here. Excellent setup.
Beautiful.
Beautiful setup.
Look at that. Chained jiu-jitsu.
Chain jiu-jitsu, but excellent roll through by Ali. That was a really interesting setup. So what happened was Patterson went for what you would think would be a reverse triangle, and then he transitioned to an armbar, a traditional armbar. From there, Ali then rolled through and was able to continue keeping his shoulders loose and his wrist control null
First
and
time
void.
that chaining sort of dawned on me. Remember George Soteropoulos in the UFC?
Absolutely.
Oh,
Well,
that was the first time I really understood what I was seeing when I saw somebody chain them together like this, and Patterson's doing a beautiful job.
yeah, we're seeing shades of that here. I mean, this is very high-level grappling from Ryan Patterson, but very good counter jiu-jitsu as well from Ali.
And other guys did it before Soteropoulos. I wasn't following it that closely.
And right there, see, Ali left his ankle in there, and now he's got to deal with a deeper ankle lock. He was able to get through. Patterson transitions right to a knee bar on the opposite leg.
There is no stop off his back by Patterson.
I mean, he's just so dangerous. I really don't think there's any reason to hang out there. I mean, you got to get out of there and keep this fight at a bit more of a distance. Because right there, Patterson's going to create a little bit of space with the hips, and then he's going to create a separation between Ali and his ability to grab his own ankle.
He's a good left hand
He's
from
got
the
a lot
top.
of power, doesn't he?
Oh,
Long
he
arms,
snaps
lot
it.
of muscle.
He snaps it. Now, you can't throw that kick from the ground, so you got to be careful there. See, right here, here, you're seeing that transition. He feels like he has enough space. Now he's going to try to belly down on that leg. It's tough 50-50 position.
Very technical fight right here.
Very much so. Now there it is. You saw that he just is not quite getting the space he needs, but he used it to get on top here in full guard.
He's going to have to work fast if he's going to pass.
Oh, he's got his arm trapped behind him. Oh, Ali able to get that arm out.
Does he have enough time? Does he have enough time to get this, gentlemen?
That's tight, but Ali's got his chin tucked. Ali's got his chin tucked.
Yeah, he's got him in a face crank.
And Ali's doing a good job of actually
Ali just heard the 10-second
through.
bell, and he's out.
We have seen people tap from a face crank before.
Oh, absolutely.
Well, it's really, really painful. It's really painful, especially if they get their, that crease between their elbow, their forearm, and their bicep. If your chin gets locked there, they could really control your neck and drive you across. And I'll tell you what, I'm just looking at Trident MMA is not happy with Ali right now. They're asking him what he's doing. A lot of emotion over there, and I think they're telling him to fight his fight.
Most of the world saw a tap from a face crank just a week ago.
Yes.
Well, if you have the leverage and you could get the squeeze, it's going to be a tough time.
Caitlin with the round and the hardware. Now, gentlemen, they've been fighting for 10 minutes. As we go to the replay.
Beautifully timed counter leg kick. Boom, right on the knee.
And it's a heavy kick, isn't it? We can hear them from our vantage point here, cage side.
And this was where Patterson almost was able to get his arm under that chin, but very, very good defense from Ali. He was calm and he was collected. Excellent.
So 10 minutes of fighting. Patterson, we know, has the background, has the pedigree. Mo, he's an 18-year-old thoroughbred. Is this even going to bother him? He could go another 20 minutes, I think.
Good point.
That's a great point. I really don't know. I think that he should really think, good push kick from Patterson.
For amateurs, we are in deep water right
This
now.
is very deep water. Very
but these
deep
aren't
water.
your average amateurs.
Ew.
And the strap is on the line. Here live at CageZilla 52 and on GoSports.com worldwide.
Now this is an interesting position from Ali because he's in a half guard with the underhook on the left side. If he could, this could be like we saw in other fights where he can get side control and have Patterson parallel to the cage, which prevents a lot of the adjustments. Although smartly, Patterson starts to move and give himself some. He's edging out. Now he's able to get his feet to somewhat touch the cage, create some space, and push off or start to roll through. That won't be likely to roll through to the right side because that's right where Ali has that knee. He's going to have to do that. He's going to have to go the other way after trapping his body, or at least regaining full guard.
But even if Mo slows down a little bit, he does not appear to be doing so.
No, he's not.
A submission in the third round when everyone is sweaty and everything is slicker, the grips are harder, everything is harder.
Well, it depends on the submission, right? Maybe next time when Patterson takes his back, maybe that arm slides right under the neck a little easier. Conversely, maybe the next time Ali leaves his hand out, he won't get that same armbar grip because he just won't be able to hold him.
Patterson is always thinking.
I mean, it's so methodical. It's such good jiu-jitsu. Now, we got to be a little careful here.
Yeah.
Go for the heel hook.
Oh.
He's got to get those knees a little bit tighter. Yeah, Ali did good defense there. I mean, God, Mo is something else, huh? With no balance, he's still. I mean, he's in a dangerous spot here, and he's calling for Patterson.
Yeah, he wants Patterson to throw some punches instead of trying to break his leg.
Well, one thing Ali could do here is he could actually figure for that leg to protect it and end up on top. What I mean by that, well, as he gets out, he could have trapped his own leg with his free leg by creating that triangle position, and that would force Patterson into somewhat of a lockdown, opening up those strikes from the top.
And now we've got Patterson with over 2.5 minutes. Oh, I was just going to say 2.5 minutes to work from his back, but here they are standing up.
Dolman's seeing something slow down, I think, a little bit, and I think he wanted them to at least start back up on the feet. I think Ali, big takedown, was leading him into that by pretending to be a little bit more tired than he was.
Yeah, cagey.
Good sweep from Patterson, followed up with a hook. All sorts of encouragement from the crowd with 1:45 left here.
Looks like Patterson's trying to work on a throw of his own, Charles.
You know, he might feel that he needs to get on top to get the control and do the damage and open up the submissions. Because this is a tough fight to call. He's been so active on the bottom and so close. But conversely, he hasn't been able to implement his striking, and he has gotten out-wrestled. You know, I mean, both guys are just so good. And right there, you see it again, and putting Patterson on his back.
You know, we've seen some interesting things out of the judges tonight. So
we have. But think about this. Ali at 18, this is his second official fight, and he's keeping up with Ryan Patterson, maybe even beating him, depending on your point of view,
a veteran
in a 3-5-minute round fight. Going for the omoplata is Ryan Patterson, and now there's trouble here. So this is a lot of pressure on the shoulder. Look for Patterson to wrap his arm around, and he's going to go, and it's going to be similar to a crossface. This is going to create a lot of pressure on the shoulder. He's
Charles,
looking to get his hands up.
The fact that you have ever seen this is amazing to me.
My
the fact that we're seeing an omoplata in an amateur, and this is amazing.
So right from here, Patterson abandoned it. He's going to go for the armbar now.
And Ali is out.
Wow. Amazing. High-level jiu-jitsu here.
And spectacular defense out of Mo Ali.
Spectacular defense is right. Yo, we were talking a few fights back with Zach Snyder and Caleb Nepley about mitigating damage. Ooh, big shot there, landed huge from Ali. And now Patterson's looking for a takedown on his own.
Did Ali just win this round with that right hand?
It's tough to say.
Arguably, he's won all 3 rounds.
Yeah, this is going to come down to the personality of the judges and what they score after a spectacular title fight. Going the distance, 3-5s here at CageZilla 52. And going out live to GoSports.com worldwide. Thank you for watching. Here comes the replay. That leg kick, it beautifully timed. And again,
this is
Patterson was trying to make chicken salad out of something else. Did a pretty good job of it.
I'll tell you, this is such a tough fight to call. I mean, as we look through these replays, you can see I had a hard time calling the action. It was so back and forth. So I don't have any.
No.
I am not jealous of the judges at all because this is such a back and forth fight. You can see here, there's multiple times that Patterson was so close with the submission, but Ali managed to get out of it and stay in control.
Managed to get into some awful positions from an excellent ground fighter over and over and over. You know, one of these guys is going to be disappointed, and it sort of breaks my heart because what a fight.
So impressive from both guys. I mean, you know, my goodness, the ability and attacks and chain wrestling from Ali and chain jiu-jitsu from Patterson. I would have liked to see a little more striking because I think his abilities are right there.
Yeah.
You know,
and
right there.
Heavy strikes. 18-year-old Mo Ali, 24-year-old Ryan Patterson.
I mean, both these guys,
they
have so much potential and so much of a future in front of them as long as they just stay in the gym and they continue to improve and put their skills to the test. I always get nervous when the judges take a little bit longer than normal.
Take a little bit longer. Chris is over there waiting for the card. There's Big Mike, Caitlin and Bridget in the center, and here come the fellas. And there is some deliberation going on. I'd still be stalling. I'm like, hold on, let me just, if I could, just another side of it.
It makes me nervous. Are you changing prior scores? What's going on?
And it looks like Chris has the score, and here he comes, ladies and gentlemen.
Ladies and gentlemen, after 3 rounds of action, we go to the judges' scorecard for a decision. But before we do, let's hear it for both these guys putting on a great show. All right, here we go, ladies and gentlemen. Judge 1 scores the bout 30-27 for the red corner. Judge 2 scores the bout 29-28 for the blue corner. And Judge 3 scores the bout 29-28 for your winner by split decision and new CageZilla Featherweight Champion, out of the blue corner, Ryan Patterson!
That's
Again,
a tough fight to call.
That was a tough fight to call. Oh my gosh.
You know,
What a great fight. Congratulations to both these young men.
The 29-28s were indicative, as we look at the replays here. The 28s, that's indicative of people who really appreciate jiu-jitsu. In both rounds,
It
they
is
saw
interesting
that.
somebody had it 30, had it all for and I can't,
That's somebody
you can make a
who
case
values,
for that.
exactly. That's somebody who values striking and control.
Exactly. Folks, we are going to break. We are taking an intermission. We will be back. Come back. I promise we're back after intermission. We got plenty more to come here at CageZilla 52.